Yo, what up, everybody, and anyone that is, usually my channel asking for builds. Well, I'm going to send you a link, and here's the build that I'm probably currently using that I don't want to explain on stream. But, so what we have here is Lady Death. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It has core attributes here. It has your regular attribute. You cannot change them, so that's what you're stuck with. Then you have the talent here. You read through it. You understand it. Get used to it. I'm not going to go in full details. Here are the mods. Gives you critical hit chance, melee, yada yada yada. Right, for when you come into the gear, we have a Hunter's Fury mask with a blue core, critical hit damage attribute, and as well as a critical hit damage mod. Now when you come to the soft cloth chest piece, I get the 10% SMG damage bonus, red core, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, with obliterate, which gives me a little bit of extra damage when I get stacks when I'm using critical hit chance builds. Oh, and as well as, of course, critical hit damage mod. Now, we have the second piece of Hunter's Fury here. We have the blue core, critical hit damage. We have the third piece of Hunter's Fury here, which gives me, again, a blue core, critical hit chance cell this time. Just so I have a little bit more critical hit chance, so it works towards obliterate. For the last piece of Hunter's Fury, which will give me a blue core and critical hit damage, what I have is a regular attribute. And then I run a Memento bag, which gives me all three main cores. And then I just run a critical hit damage mod again. Now, again, this bag is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. When you kill an NPC, it drops a token. It's red, or it's like an orange, kind of in the middle. Don't really know the exact color. But once that drops and you run over it, it gives you blue armor. You can stack that up. The more you stack it up, the more weapon damage you get, etc. It's pretty straightforward. You get regen as well. But it's one of the best bags. It can also keep you alive and save you in really sticky situations when you're about to get killed. But for Hunter's Fury, and how it works is enemies within 50 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. So it'll be like a little symbol up above their head. It's red. It shows that little symbol there. You see it's like a little knife between the W. That's the symbol you'll see. Once they have that, you do amplify damage to them. So you do insane amount of damage. Now, when you kill that enemy, or one of the enemies that have that debuff, and any other enemy that's within range, within 5 meters, will get disoriented. So they kind of like fall down to the ground on their knees. They kind of walk weird. So then they don't even shoot at you. And then again, it's an easy way to kill them. And you're also even getting more amplified damage by 5%. But again, it gives you SMG and shotgun damage. That's why my mains are SMG and shotgun. It gives you armor on kill and health on kill. So that's another good thing of why it works so well with Memento. And it's great blue armor that you get once you get a kill. Now, when you come over to the stats, mine's not even perfectly rolled. I really don't care about it, because overall, it's an amazing build. You don't even need it fully maxed out. But I have 53 critical hit chance, 130.9 critical hit damage on this current build that I'm showing you. Now, I run the firewall specialization, as you can see there. And when it comes to the firewall specialization, there's not much details to it that you really need, other than you're going to want the SMG damage that increases it by 15%. As well as if you're running cover to cover, you'll get 30% bonus armor. If it can save you in a sticky situation, I know it has for me. So you go to cover, you get blue armor. Kind of cool, kind of nice. Use it if you want, up to you. Now, if you decide to use a striker shield as your skills, I personally prefer just popping a defender drone or dropping a decoy to kind of distract all or a few of the mobs that are trying to shoot me. But striker shield is another preferred way for a lot of players. That you want to use a shield, use the striker shield that's from the firewall. Every single time there's an enemy within the little cone radius that you'll see in front of you, you get amplified damage as well. So the more NPCs you have within that cone, the more damage you get. And as well as the mobs don't shoot you, they will shoot the shield before they shoot you. But do take note that if your shield gets destroyed, you are disoriented from when that happens. As well as it has the best medkit in the game. If you want a medkit, that keeps you alive, this one heals you over time for 200%. It is insane. It is the best. Definitely don't miss out on having this as well. But overall, that is the build. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. And I know a lot of people might be doing this, and the only way I use this build is for farming. If I'm doing SHD levels, if I want to get my expertise up, I'm maxed out. But if you were doing that, this is the fastest and best kind of build to be doing it for, especially if you're doing open world stuff like public executions, territory controls, propagandas, convoys, or even doing control points. This build works phenomenal. Even if you're solo, all you need to do is have your open world stuff for your difficulty settings, you can put it on challenging. You don't need heroic. It doesn't give you that much of an increase in, you know, XP. I mean, it does, but there's no point. I mean, it takes longer. So overall, if you stay on challenging, you move faster, you move more efficiently. So in the end, you're going to be doing more XP because how fast you're moving. But when it comes to global directives, you can do cool skills, Fog of Revisited, Fragile Armor, Ragers. You don't need ammo hoarders because then you can only use a pistol. Of course, this is not a pistol build, until you're not going to want to be running this type of directive. So that's pretty straightforward. That's pretty simple. And you're struggling to try and make the build, and you go in your targeted loot and go, oh, I don't have SMGs. I don't have Hunter's Fury here. Well, there's a little thing called, you click on this. Once you click on it, it should work here. Oh, wait, no. I got to be out of targeted loot. You click on it. You show your targeted loot. Bam. You can pick anything you want. You can pick Hunter's Fury right here. You can pick Memento, which would be a backpack. You can go to SMGs and pick SMG, and you can obtain this build very easily, very fast. You can do this in summits, nor countdown. Guys, that's about it. That's the build. I ain't gonna sit here for 40 minutes explaining it to you. So I hope you caught up, and if you have to rewind it, well, my bad. But hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Everybody take care.